The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Perfect Party Planner.
We all know planning a party is stressful, but the biggest stress is making sure all your guests are taken care of during the party. Well, joining us today is AZ Quality, Perfect Planning Planner, to relieve the stress of planning the party. But let's make sure, now AZ Quality is actually your parent company, kind of, right?
So that's actually, my father started that business in '97, and I took it over in 2001. That's the family business I've been running since then. Nice. And now in 2018, I started Perfect Party Planner. My children affectionately call it my retirement business because I don't ever plan to retire. And thankful that I have a great team behind me that runs AZ while I can focus on my passions of helping people with unforgettable events.
Yes, and that's very important because everybody wants to have that great event, and they know putting time in it can do a lot of stress. But the big part is being present at the party, and that's what you're there for. And that's why you guys came up with this, because you saw the need for people to be able to enjoy their guests and enjoy the party.
Absolutely. And really that's what this whole thing was born out of, is me looking back and realizing how much I had missed out on always planning the events for my family and for my children, and even now my grandchild, and just thinking, oh, I wish I would have been there. I wish I would have seen that. And I see the pictures and I'm not in them. And so I really want to help people to just show up and be front and center in their event, and just have their event be completely unforgettable without any of the stress, and just enjoy their time with their family.
I like it. Okay, let's talk about how this works, because we know some people have, I'm going to say it, control issues. You probably worked with that a little bit. And so that's why they always want everything in control. But you're there to say, listen, we're going to take all your needs, right, and make it happen?
Right. And our services are completely customizable, because I understand and I recognize, being a bit of a type A personality myself, that there are certain things that I want a specific way. So I always tell my clients, we'll do everything from start to finish, invitations to thank yous, or if there's something you're just really particular about, or somebody you want to do it, or you want to do it yourself, that's great. We'll come in and fill in the blanks, because it's not about us, it's about them having that event that just is unforgettable and everybody talks about for years and can't wait for them to have another one.
Yeah, but I also like too that you do work with them too. So if that person does say, okay, I really want to do this part, you're like, well, let us help you, because sometimes when you take it all on yourself, you're missing certain details, and that's where you're there to help, because you've done it so much.
Right. I mean, everyone loves the idea of a party, right? Until you get in the nitty-gritty of it, and it's calling the vendors and making sure they show up, and then making sure that everything's set up the right way, or maybe you find a vendor and then they back out and then you have to find another one, or it's a vendor you've never used, and what if they're not as good as their reviews say they are? So, you really get the advantage of our relationships with our vendors, and knowing that we've already vetted them.
I like it. All right, I'm going to make the suggestions for the men out there. Men, if you want to win points and to have a great party, you call you.
Of course.
Because we don't know what we're doing. You're able to help out because okay, listen, it's my wife's anniversary. What do we do and stuff? Instead of us trying to call our friends and we send one text to one person and hopefully it gets out there.
Absolutely.
You're there to help that, especially when it comes to men helping plan parties.
Absolutely. I was actually just met a woman a couple of weeks ago that she's turning 40, and she said, I am giving my husband your card because I want a party and I don't want to do it myself, and he can't do it. And I said, absolutely, have him call me. We'll help him out with everything.
I like this. Okay, how can people find out more about the Perfect Party Planner?
So they can go to our website. They can use the QR code. We have an inquiry form, and we like to do a nice introductory call because it helps us to create your event if we know a little bit more about you and what you're looking to create.
There you go. And it says, you know what? Don't wait too long. Get it done. She's there to help.
We are getting full. It's busy season right now, the end of the year, for sure.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you,
We appreciate it. All right. Stick around. We got more of the Arizona Daily Mix coming up after this.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Perfect Party Planner.